This will be the first installment in a series that will expose Eckhart Tolle and the New Age movement, which I will use as an excuse for exposing myself. I did write a review of Eckhart, that grand spellcaster, in my book, The Holy Spells, which doesn't have much room for him, alas, as it reviews all the major religions and much more. However, the internet seems to have infinite space. So how could I resist? Today, I'll briefly comment on Eckhart's Wikipedia page. Let us begin as soon as I share that page. Excellent page. There we go. Eckhart Tolle, or toll, like a toll highway. You pay and pay through the nose if you can. Ah, born in 1948. So he's pushing 80 years old. He looks very well preserved, doing something right or perhaps something very wrong. Who dares to ask? Um, Eckhart Tolle is a German spiritual guide and writer. Spiritual, let's reflect on that word, spirit. In English, spirits also means alcoholic beverages, things whereby we get drunk, intoxicated, and unable to think. He is known for titles such as The Power of Now and A New Earth. A New Earth, indeed. I did have a read through some of that. He's not really interested in creating a new Earth. He's promoting, I suppose, experiencing Earth in a new way through the senses and through pure being. In 2008, a writer for the New York Times called him the most popular spiritual author in the country, probably in the continent, in the English-speaking world. Is that about 1 billion people? More. As did the Watkins Review of London. He lives in Vancouver with his wife. His given name is Ulrich Tolle. Ulrich. Well, those last 4 letters in his given name spell rich in English, look like rich. Is that why he got rid of it? He didn't want people to have a joke about his blossoming wealth, now approaching $100 million. What is he doing with it? I'd like some pictures of his house and his bank account transactions. What good is he doing? He's had a rich past, minus a mother. That's not so nice. He lived with his father in Alicante. Where was his mother? He doesn't talk about that. Born in Germany, spent the first 13 years there, then moved to Spain. How does a father move from Germany to Spain? Must have a decent job. Or was he escaping from uh, child support payments? No. Um, and taking his child away? Who knows? I'm just speculating. Um, Ulrich did change his name to Eckhart. which kind of means hard corner. Strange name to choose. It does give him the lovely initials ET, rather suitable. Um, well, as I was saying about his childhood, which he doesn't speak about much, but he doesn't say much good about it. Um, he does say that he, or claim to have felt depressed and suicidal. Maybe it's lack of a mother. Nah, it's always much more than that. Mothers are not the secret ingredient to our happiness. There's much more, the only ingredient, let us say. Instead, much more is needed. And, well, it's complicated. We can touch on that later. Anyway, after Spain, where did he go? To England. He attended night school to meet the admission requirements for English universities, as he was in, I suppose, London. He studied at the University of London. What did he study? And at Cambridge University. Did he have a graduate degree? Does he have one? In what field? I can guess, but he doesn't say, or Wikipedia won't say. One night, long after his 29th birthday, and after going through a period of anxiety punctuated by suicidal depression, 29, uh, he says he received a revelation that made his mind pause. I can't go on living with myself. Well, that's rather, idiomatic English or convoluted thinking. Can't go on living with myself. Why not just put the period after living? I can't go on living. I'm sure himself wasn't the only problem. The world can take some of the blame. And there we go. There's the problem with the New Age movement. It's designed to give people the illusion that they can be happy, be content, be at peace without lifting a finger to change the world they live in, um, or even to think about the world they live in. Yes. Well, there must Eckhart. He does toy with the language a little. Um, the statement, "I can't go on living with myself." Apparently, this was articulated word by word in his mind, and he thought, "What a strange reality! I can't live with myself. There must be two, two me's, the me and the me I can't live with." This is a good indication of the nonsense we'll have to deal with. Um, as Eckhart likes to separate his thoughts from himself, as if they are two distinct entities. And the real one, or the good one, is the one without thoughts. Essentially, that is Eckhartism, Tollism, and the whole New Age movement. Um, he added, "Perhaps I thought only one of the two is real." Indeed. At that time, Tolle experienced a spiritual transformation described in his first book that marked the beginning of his work as a counselor and spiritual teacher. That little insight is the foundation of all his work and all his efforts to help people. Since 1996, Tolle has lived in Vancouver, in beautiful Vancouver, if that appeals to you. Rather expensive. Um, and if you like urban environments instead of the earth, nature. Teachings. Okay, so again, this awakening happened at the age of 29, after suffering long periods of depression, nearly committing suicide. Nearly. Men are quite good at succeeding at this. Glad he didn't, but 29. What did he do between university and the age of 29? Did he do graduate work? Did he ever have a real job? There's no evidence on Wikipedia of him ever working anywhere. But he claims that, oh, there we go, the doctoral thesis. Yes, so that explains, that suggests he never held a job except as a teaching assistant. Apparently, he spent several years after the age of 29 as a vagrant, living solely on his savings. How Christ-like. Maybe 4 years until the age of 33. In a state of profound inner peace. As a vagrant, does that mean homeless? Nearly. Inner peace while being homeless on the streets of London? Charles Dickens' world again. Before becoming a spiritual teacher, after which he moved to Canada. Suddenly he had money to fly to Canada and buy a condo, probably. In his book, The Power of Now, he emphasizes the importance of being aware of the present moment in order not to get lost in thought. Don't get lost in thought. It's like people often say, you're overthinking it, you're thinking too much. Thinking gets no, what's the word? No appreciation. Thinking bad. In his view, the present is the gateway to a heightened sense of peace. The present. What present is he talking about? The present he experienced being homeless on the streets of London? That would have been a nice present, a gift indeed. What kind of present provides heightened sense of peace? If you're dealing with sick children, your own illness, present ain't so lovely. If you're in lockdown, no, I don't think that's a present that will give you a sense of peace. But we can believe, we can imagine otherwise. He states that being now entails an awareness that is beyond the mind. An awareness beyond the mind. What is mind then, if the mind is not responsible for awareness? Really? And these people don't like to use the word brain either. That's too tactile, too physical. They want us enjoying the illusion of a soul. Of course, they don't. Or spirit. Words they don't really use. There's little difference. An awareness that helps transcend the pain body. The pain body? Again, here we have this religious notion that the physical world is a source of pain. Uh, all bodies are sources of pain. The world is in an eternal state of conflict. And so, to escape from that, we have to go beyond the mind in a rocket from NASA, created by identification. Okay, the pain body is created with the mind and ego. I'm not sure if those are two different things. His latest book, A New Earth, explores the structure of the human ego and how it acts to distract people from their present experience in the world. From the present, the beautiful present, the peaceful present. The ego, uh, if I follow him correctly, is the source of thinking. Mhm. He was he has also written Silence Speaks. I wish he would abide by that title. Um, he does speak a lot. Influences. Tolle is not aligned with any particular religion or tradition. And no, he's recycling them all. Um, in John W. Parker's book, Dialogues with Emerging Spiritual Masters, Tolle has spoken of a strong connection with, dare I pronounce these names, Jiddu Krishnamurti, Ramana Maharshi, and states that his teachings are a synthesis of these two masters' teachings. No, 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 no. You lie. You have synthesized, borrowed, stolen much more. He also maintains that by listening to and speaking with Barry Long, a charlatan, he gained a deeper understanding of what? Of how to make money. The influences referenced in The Power of Now include the writings of Meister Eckhart, Advaita Vedanta, A Course in Miracles, and a little bit of Christianity there, Sufism and the poetry of Rumi, as well as the Rinzai school of Zen Buddhism. And of course, he has to throw in a bit of the Gospels. What he neglected to admit is the influence of German phenomenology and a dash of French existentialism, Martin Heidegger's uh, dreadful tome, Being and Time, and Jean-Paul Sartre's even perhaps more dreadful tome, The of Being and Nothingness. Yes, they lurk behind the words and in the words of Eckhart Tolle. I guess he didn't want to admit that because, well, who reads those books? They don't have any appeal in the New Age movement. Just about no one reads them except university students. And, well, might be other reasons for omitting, neglecting to admit the influence of German and French philosophy. Anything else to comment on? I don't think so. That'll do for today. I will explore some of his videos and maybe other people's commentaries. I hope you enjoyed and I hope this was at least minimally enlightening.